Joining us now is Alexis McGill Johnson, President and CEO of Planned Parenthood, a national organization that provides sexual and reproductive health services. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm sure that you've been closely watching the Supreme Court case. For those who have used mifepristone or could in the future, is there a reason to worry given what you've heard in court today?
Well, mifepristone is still safe and still effective and still legal. And I think it is very important for patients who, have appointments in the next week, in the next day, to understand that the medication that they may be seeking for abortion care is still legal until or if this court rules otherwise. What I heard in the courtroom today was a lot of skepticism about the standing. What I heard was a lot of skepticism about the role of courts and politicians challenging the medical expertise of the FDA and the real, the foundation of 5 million patients who have safely and effectively, used mifepristone to terminate pregnancies without much repercussion. And so I think that both on the standing and I think some very important legitimate kind of pressure tests on the actual medical expertise that the FDA brings, not the court system, was really important and a very big part of the conversation in the courtroom.
Planned Parenthood has 600 health centers across the country, as you know, that treats more than 2 million patients each year. How would these women be affected if mifepristone was banned or restricted?
Well, post-op, 70% of patients at Planned Parenthood health centers are choosing to use mifepristone to terminate their pregnancies. So it would be not just an impact to, obviously, the states where abortion has been severely restricted under 6 weeks or so, but even in states where abortion remains legal, any restriction on access to mifepristone, whether that is changing the way in which the telemedicine laws work or requiring in-clinic visits, those sorts of things will add different kinds of burdens to patients. And so, we're talking about an impact in New York and California and Illinois. And I think that's why, the justices made such a important point around the remedy being so much more outsized than the very hypothetical harm that the Alliance for Hippocratic Medicine doctors were claiming, because this remedy would, in fact, if they were to succeed, impact the entire country, including those states that allow mifepristone to be prescribed and used in states where abortion remains legal.
Medication abortions in the U.S. were rare just 20 years ago, but today they are used in 63% of abortions. Just how important would you say that this pill is for that procedure?
I think it's very important. Obviously, as I said, many patients are choosing mifepristone. It does allow a level of a measure of freedom, a measure of privacy and control over one's destiny and one's future. And I think it is, I think we get into very tricky questions when you have courts and politicians challenging the FDA. I think that's one of the reasons why you saw the pharmaceutical industry aligning with the FDA. They're not normally on the same side of the fence on many other interests. And I think it was very interesting that they joined with amicus briefs to support the FDA, because they understand that when you have courts, when you have politicians without medical expertise trying to second guess the expertise of the actual scientists who've been conducting studies over decades, that becomes a slippery slope. It impacts innovation. It impacts really any drug that someone could object to, like a vaccine, that I think could really endanger the health of the population. So very big questions in the court today, not just related to abortion, but certainly the fact that abortion and mifepristone remain safe today is certainly, that's giving a lot of my colleagues at Planned Parenthood and the patients that they serve a lot of a measure of hope and security there.
Alexis McGill Johnson, President and CEO of Planned Parenthood, we thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.